I ask you, my God, let divine encouragement penetrate every corner of my being. Let this sacred light tear down the mental fortresses built upon old lies. May it dismantle the fears that paralyze me and the comparisons that relentlessly distort who I am. Help me, Father, to silence the incessant voices that whisper I'm not worthy, not enough, that change is impossible. Let your truth, and only your truth, flood every space, replacing doubt with unshakable faith and guilt with your pure grace. May the renewal of my mind become a daily act of worship, beloved Father, a rational offering that pleases you in every fiber of my being. I feel this truth pulsing within me, not as an obligation, but as the very breath that sustains me, the conscious choice that sets me free from the silent chains that imprisoned me for so long. It's no longer a desperate, hopeless battle against an invisible enemy, but a dance, a continuous flow of surrender and receiving. I now see that every thought I choose to align with your will is a note in this symphony of praise, a sacred brick in the building of a new self, a new inner reality that begins to manifest outwardly. This renewal is not a singular event, but an unbroken current of small yeses spoken to your grace, and firm no's whispered to the echoes of the past that once tried to intrude. It's the gentle breeze that purifies stagnant air, the light that dissolves lingering shadows, the slow but unshakable blooming of a flower that once feared the dark. Every awakening is an invitation to dive deeper into this process, to allow encouragement to keep penetrating the densest layers of my soul, unveiling what is still hidden but that no longer frightens me, because I know you are with me. Teach me, Lord, to watch over my thoughts as one who guards a precious treasure. Before, my mind was like an open field invaded by weeds of doubt, criticism, fear of the future, and the rehashing of old wounds. But by your grace, I now feel the ability to intercept those thoughts before they take root, before they become unscalable fortresses. It is an act of divine discernment, a sensitivity sharpened by your spirit that allows me to detect the seed of a lie, the whisper of insecurity, the echo of comparison trying to reduce me. I ask you, Father, to give me the wisdom not only to recognize, but to reject, to actively turn away from everything that is not from you, everything that does not build up, that does not bring peace, that does not align with your truth in me. And beyond guarding, may I learn to speak your promises aloud, transforming the oppressive silence into a chorus of faith and hope. Let every word of yours that I hear or read become a mantra on my lips, a powerful affirmation that echoes not only in my ears, but in the deepest parts of my being, resonating through the once dark chambers of my mind. I declare them with the conviction of someone who believes in the living word, with the authority of one who knows that your promises are yes and amen. I speak them aloud so my own soul can hear, so every cell of my body can be infused with this truth, so that the very air around me is filled with your presence. As I declare these words, I feel I am actively shaping my inner world, like an artisan who, with each strike and chisel, gives form to a masterpiece. The promises become the clay, and my voice, led by your spirit, the tool that sculpts a new landscape, turning mazes into gardens, oppressive chambers into sanctuaries of light. Help me, Father, to choose environments and people that draw me closer to you, that nourish my soul and reflect the peace I seek so deeply. I now recognize the subtle but profound influence of surroundings and interactions on my well-being. Before, Isabella's melancholy and anxiety would draw me into spaces that amplified that energy, or into isolation within my own chaos. But now, my eyes are open to discern what drains me and what uplifts me. Grant me the discernment to avoid company that fuels doubt, sows discord, or distances me from your essence. In contrast, may I be drawn toward those who inspire me, who challenge me to grow in faith, who carry your light, and who remind me of the goodness that still exists in the world. May my choice of environments, whether a quiet park, a cozy cafe with books, or even the silence of a corner in my home, be intentional, contributing to my inner peace and my connection with you. And in this process of renewal, help me, Lord, to transform my home into a true sanctuary of peace, an external reflection of the order and serenity you've begun within me. Where there was once chaos and a heavy atmosphere, I now feel both the urgency and the joy of organizing, of purifying, of beautifying. Every object finding its place, every surface cleaned, every corner illuminated becomes an act of worship, a declaration that this home belongs to you. The natural light streaming through the windows seems brighter now. The air feels lighter, even the sounds become softer. The placement of furniture, the choice of colors, the presence of natural elements, all align to create a space that breathes tranquility. A refuge where I can reconnect, meditate on the scroll of the ecliptic, and simply rest in your presence. My home, once a mirror of my internal disorder, now flourishes like a well-tended garden, a safe harbor where the peace of Christ reigns sovereign. I surrender to you, Lord, all the painful memories and the weight of the past that still echoes within me, especially the remnants of a history that for so long acted as invisible chains. I do not ask you to erase them, Father, for I know that every experience, no matter how painful, is part of the journey that brought me here. But I do ask, with all my soul, that your grace would redefine them, overflow them with new purpose, transforming them into testimony, not into prison. May what once wounded me become the foundation of my compassion, what once shamed me turn into humility, and what once made me cry be transformed into strength and resilience to help other women walking similar paths. May I look back not with regret or guilt, but with gratitude, for your hand that guided me through shadows and brought me into light. Let every scar become a map, a guide for those seeking the same freedom, a living proof of your redeeming power. Drive out from me, Lord, every fear that tries to sneak in, every uncertainty that creeps in quietly, preventing me from taking bold, faith-filled steps. Fear, once a tyrant that ruled my decisions, is now just a faint whisper that encouragement easily dispels. Uncertainty, which once paralyzed me, is now confronted by the firmness of your word and the conviction of your presence. May I no longer bow to the worries of the future, nor be bound by the failures of the past. Let each step I take be a leap of faith, anchored in the certainty that you are in control, that you empower me, and that the impossible becomes possible when I trust in you. My mind, Lord, is sacred ground, and I consecrate it to you. Cleanse it of every impurity, every residue of bitterness, every seed of doubt. Let it be a place where your presence dwells fully, where the peace of Christ reigns without resistance, where every thought, every emotion, every aspiration reflects your love and will. May the peace that surpasses all understanding flood every neuron, every memory, every future projection. I feel this peace, not as the absence of storms, but the calm at their center, the unshakable assurance that you are my refuge and strength, present in every breath, in every heartbeat. Let your peace flow beyond me, touching everyone I meet, beginning with my acacia dwelling, which now radiates this serenity. It is a peace that invites, that calms, that restores. I feel whole, complete in you. This journey of purification and renewal is not a final destination, but a continuous blooming, a daily unfolding of new layers of your grace and my own essence in you. Each morning feels like a new beginning, another chance to align my thoughts and actions with your truth. And so I continue, confident in your love and in your guidance. Every sunrise that brightens my window brings a new portion of encouragement into my life, revealing parts of my soul I didn't know existed or had buried out of fear. This journey isn't about perfection, but the beauty of consistency, persisting in faith even when the world tries to whisper old lies. Your guidance, Father, has become the clearest map I've ever known. Where there was once fog and confusion, now I see glowing paths marked by your truth. Each thought that arises is a crossroads. And your voice, once muffled by noise, is now a clear whisper, an internal compass that leads me. It's no longer a war against myself, but a divine collaboration. The voices of, "I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, and I'll never change," those loud ghosts from the past have been quieted, not by my will alone, but by the supremacy of your truth established in every cell of my being. Doubt no longer lives here. It might visit now and then, but it finds no place to root itself, because the faith within me is a blazing sun that drives it away. And guilt, oh guilt, it has slipped through my fingers like sand, replaced by the lightness of your grace, by a sense of forgiveness and acceptance that transcends human understanding. I am loved, I am enough, I am capable of change. These are the new songs echoing within me. And now, this watchfulness over my thoughts is no longer a prison, but an act of freedom. What once felt like trying to hold back a flood now feels like rerouting a river. I see the intrusive thought, the one trying to drag me back into a dark maze, and with the authority you've given me, I reject it, not with rage but with serenity, with the calm of one who knows her identity in you. And your promises, Father, they are no longer just verses on a page, they are breath, they are alive. I speak them aloud as I walk through my home, or sit quietly, feeling them resonate within me. They have become the language of my spirit, the unceasing prayer that shapes my reality. With every "You are my refuge and my fortress," I feel safety surround me. With every "I can do all things through him who strengthens me," courage rises like a wave and carries me forward. This is a constant dialogue, a co-creation with the divine, where my voice joins yours to manifest what is true, pure, and praiseworthy. My environment and relationships are no longer traps or tests. They are intentional expressions of the peace I carry. I can feel when something drains me. I can sense when a conversation pulls me down. And by your grace, I now protect that peace. I seek those who reflect you, those who inspire me, who stretch me, who mirror your light and goodness. These companions are bridges, not barriers, to your presence. And my home, Lord, my home is a temple. Not just a physical space, but sacred ground where your presence is tangible. The colors on the walls, the softness of the fabrics, the natural light that fills the rooms. Everything reflects your order and your beauty. Each plant, each book, each gentle scent is an offering, a reminder, this is where I rest, this is where I hear you, this is where peace lives. Even the painful memories of the past, once chains, have lost their power. They haven't vanished, but they no longer hurt. They no longer define me. I wear them now as signs of survival, as evidence of redemption, and fear, that old tyrant, no longer rules me. It is just a shadow now, a whisper. Uncertainty has bowed to trust. I walk boldly, I choose freely, I dream deeply, and I know without a doubt you are with me. Amen. If this prayer touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment below with your testimony. I read every single one. Like this video if it blessed you. Share it with another woman who needs hope today, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss what heaven wants to say to your soul. You are not alone. You are deeply loved, and the best is yet to come.